But I definitely want to watch some eater stuff tonight. Um, a couple how do you feeds. I'll show you what I mean when I say how do you feeds. But a couple how do you feeds. But the one I want to watch the most is as a fatty. There's a
When I start
donut
thinking
video
of
that I've been dying to see, and I saved it just for here, just for now, right? So let's jump into the donut video.
when I start thinking of a new pastry, I think one of the most important thing for me is to connect with the person who's gonna eat it. How to translate an emotion, a memory.
That looked like a cup made out of marshmallow, but it couldn't have been marshmallow because it looked like they put a liquid inside. But either way, the fat gene activated when I saw that.
It's not just like, oh, I like chocolate and peanut butter, I'm gonna put them together. How can I make them feel a little special with something they might not recognize? I wanna see, people coming to the bakery, I wanna see the smile on their face. To feel like, wow,
That's a
there's always something
beautiful
special in
bakery.
every single pastry.
Like aesthetically, that was a beautiful building.
We're here at
Look
the
at that.
Cancer Workshop where we produce most of the pastries for 2 locations and soon the third one as well. So we make all the doughs, all the croissants. So here we're gonna mix the cronut now. So the cronut is awesome.
I'm very upset that they showed all of those pastries and it made my mouth water a little bit. I don't even like chocolate for the record. Not a chocolate guy at all. Not a fan of chocolate. That all look delicious.
Pastry is a hybrid between a croissant and a donut. At the time with my girlfriend, she's now the wife and mother of my kids, she challenged me to do a donut. I look at her laughing, I was like,
Is he the inventor of the cronut? I think I've had a cronut before. I don't think it was anything. I mean, his may be different. I don't think it was anything that was like amazing to me that like blew my mind. And I'm like, oh, I need a cronut. If any, like my favorite pastry is brioche.
honey, I'm French, I don't know how
Anything
to
made
make
with
donuts.
brioche bread.
And she insisted enough that I had to make something.
Dog, his teeth look like veneers.
So I work on a recipe, I work on a different type of flour, different type of mixing, different type of fermentation. And I worked on it for too long. And I thought I was about to push it aside, but I liked the idea, so I kept on trying it until it worked. And we decided to launch it for Mother's Day. Vlogger came, took a photo of it, and put it on the blog, and he called me this afternoon, freaking out. He was like, my article went viral, I'm so excited. Little did I know, by day 3, I had over 150 people lining up outside of the donut bakery before we even opened. The most important here, you don't want to like overwork this dough. Once it's mixed, we're going to portion it and we'll go through the bulk fermentation. The next day we'll do the lamination. So it's a long process, it takes about 3 days to make a cronut. It's not like a traditional lamination. The butter is a little softer. So it has to be softer because I want the butter to break, but I want lamination to be too perfect. If it's too perfect, actually the layers puff up too much and it gets too flaky and we don't get the perfect texture. So the perfect texture for me is like just between a
So too perfect prevents perfect.
croissant and a donut. So it should be like slightly.
I appreciate pastry chefs and baking a ton because I said this like a while back. I love cooking because you cook with like feeling and emotion and taste, right? Like cooking is an art, right? You can do it in a science capacity, but it's always going to be an art, right? That's why there's so many chefs that cook by eye. You cannot bake by eye. I hate baking. Baking is not an I don't want to be disrespectful. This is not, but baking is a science. Baking is 100% a food science. The temperature, the amount, the moisture in the air, the variation of ingredients and how they affect and how long you rest and what. I'm not cut out for that. Like the reason I can do certain dishes like flan is because it's cooking. Flan is closer to cooking than baking. Baking is nuts. Not my forte at all.
Brioche, but still
So I
have all
respect it.
those layers inside. So we're giving 3 folds altogether. Over here, we're going into the blast freezer to chill. I've seen people scalping our cronut, we're selling it for like 20, 30 times the price. I've seen people picking our trash to get the leftover of the cronut. It was just insane. We had to
I
hire
believe him
a
because he's in New
bouncer
York.
for our bakery. just to keep the line calm and quiet in the morning. You can see the butter is a little bit broken, which is what we're looking for. So we make a couple of hundreds of this, up to like 900,000 a day. We still have it every day, no exception, every single day. So once all the cronuts are cut, we're gonna bring them to the bakery and then we'll fry it tomorrow morning.
So
I was in Paris for...
That's wild. So they prep them in one location, and then they move them to another location to cook them?
10 years. Daniel Boulu called me out of the blue and was looking for a pastry chef. Came to New York for a week and just fell in love with everything. I worked for Daniel for close to 7 years. I was the executive pastry chef there.
Okay, so two things. First, those aren't veneers. Those are his real teeth. Fire. Second, he's been eating some of the pastries. That's okay too.
I've learned a lot, definitely. For a pastry chef working in a restaurant, it's always a little harder because your food, your creativity is not...
Nah, that's just getting older. That happens.
On the main stage. It's hard to express yourself. It's hard to like show people what you can do. So launching on my own for me was a natural next step. This is my very first bakery, opened in 2011 with only 4 employees. So I slept in this bakery in many different places, here on the floor, downstairs in the office. I was like spending all my days here. I was working 20+ hours every single day. I was just literally exhausted. So here we're proofing the...
I'll say to that, right, is part of why I'm doing this tonight is because I don't really feel great. Like, I was feeling very sick today. But really, it's a saying that Kevin Hart and his team have that's always stuck with me, and it's everybody want to be famous, nobody want to do the work. I don't want to be famous, but I definitely want to grow all of this, whether it be YouTubing or streaming. I want to grow it because I enjoy it. I love it. I want to put the effort into it. I want to be able to do it full time. And so that mindset right there, that energy, like him sleeping at the bakery, bars.
The cronut is one of the last steps of making the cronut, and we're gonna fry them. That's the only place we fry the cronut here, so we do small batches at a time. The temperature of the oil is 175 Celsius, and we fry the bakery in many
I want to know what
places,
that
here
freak
on the
process
floor,
was.
downstairs in the office. I was like spending all my days here. I was working 20+ hours every single day. I was just literally exhausted. So here we're proofing the cronut.
Proofing.
One of the last steps of making the cronut, and we're gonna fry them. That's the only place we fry the cronut here, so we do...
That's so wild to me because they're proofing the dough with the butter inside, which is why it's the layer. So that has to work differently than normal proofing.
Small batches at a time. The temperature of the oil is 175 Celsius, and we fry them quickly. We use grapeseed oil, so this fries for just a few minutes. It'll be quick. I think it's important to keep small batches because you really control every single product. So you can watch.
Which is hilarious because most of the videos I watch are about big batches.
And focus on all of them individually and make sure the quality and the consistency is there. At a time when people were telling me to cash out and mass produce it, I refused to do this. I decided to myself that the quality and the integrity of the idea was the most important. And I didn't...
It's interesting because those look super dark. Those look like super dark.
I want my creation to kill my creativity. The sugar is just here for adding a little bit of the texture, remind you a little bit of the classic donut. So this is our filling for this month. The flavor is orange blossom and pistachio. So the flavor we offer here changes every single month. We actually have never ever repeated the same flavor. So
that's interesting. I would like to try that. That's interesting. Normally, right, like a donut with a filling is like a whole donut, right? Like but this is, my mind is blown right now.
Every time you come to a different month, you have a different flavor of the cronut. That's something that people will come back for because it's special, it's unique.
A single pistachio
in 12 on May 10th. A special date for me as well. It's the birthday of my son. And here you have it. You can see the two fillings, this nice golden crust and all those layers inside that we carefully built. The Cronut, I think, opened doors to creativity and more inspiration for me
So it feels like he is the creator of the Cronut.
to show the world what I could do.
Which so
I
many
think
people
it's
do now, but those
fascinating.
look amazing.
That's why I love food. Is also I love traveling. Different culture will have different childhood memory, different connection with food.
Cookie shot. So is it milk? Is it cappuccino?
It's not because
I
you're
would
from a
eat
place
it.
that you cannot adapt to another one. With my skills, with my knowledge, I can translate to like such a deep.
Bars, bars. Experience. There's no like experience is never a bad thing. Like, oh my god, experience. I love what he just said. Like, he with his skills and his passion, he can go anywhere. You can cook anywhere in the world. If you're a doctor, you got to take new medical. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are people who were doctors in their countries and drive cabs in America. If you're a lawyer, you got to pass the bar in a new country. Like, but cooking, you can cook anywhere in the world.
A core memory of American culture and bring both worlds together. Traveling, adapting, learning, being curious about food is what I love. That's who I am.
So some more ice cream.
So the DK, Dominique's Cunyaman. I call it DK because Cunyaman is hard to pronounce even for French people. It is our best seller in every single location we open. So this is just a perfect lamination, a nice stretchy dough with a perfect elasticity. You see there's nothing breaking. That makes me very happy. I've had people from Brittany coming to the shop. They asked me what to try because they heard of the bakery. I told them to try the DK and they refused. They told me like in Brittany they never eat Cunyaman for breakfast. So I give them one. I told them.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know what any of the words he's saying means. I guess he'll explain the DKA. I don't know what the Armand is. Like, looks okay though.
And come back to see me. And they came back 5 years later with a big smile on their face, and they told me they've never had such a great Cunyaman. It's not just for show, it's like really something that you can test the difference, the quality of it.
He's definitely Parisian. That's been said. But I feel like Parisian is a big expanse. There's so many different cross sections of people and cultures in France, right? We talk about like the French Foreign Legion. We talk about French Creole, like so. But he has like an Arabian feel. An Arab is the right word. An Arab feel to me, and that's what that word kind of sounds.
Probably 600 to 1,000 a day. This is really the most popular pastry. This is like the omelette of pastry because like it's such a simple pastry. It is just a dough with some butter and sugar, but it's so easy to mess up. So you see like it's like hot. It's like a little gooey in the center, it's caramelized on the outside, and then you can see all these like flaky light layers. That's a beautiful DK to me.
DKA. So his name and then the other two words of what it is. I mean, it looks good, but as a fat person who grew up in Western culture, if I eat something like that, I want apples in the middle. I love apple puff pastry, but I'm sure it tastes great. Also, I had no intention of streaming tonight. This was all supposed to be video, so I'm probably gonna do a short stream and then post video after. But
when I think creatively of food, I look in a lot of different industries. It's easier to get trapped into the same feed and to have like the same ideas and same inspiration. I've looked at nail arts many times before, just through the painting, the details, the mixing of the colors, the tools they use. I think when you look at different industry, you put yourself out there with your creativity and with your ideas.
Not chocolate cheesecake.
The entirety of my life. People always tell me, this cannot be done, that is too
This. That's the thing that had me in fat mode. That looks like delicious. Like, what is that? Is that a marshmallow cup? If it's mousse, it makes sense, but
hard. Don't move to New York. It's too hard to work in the fine dining. Don't open your own.
I'm gonna jump back because I interrupted, but it's so funny that he's saying that because I was thinking that. I was like, I don't know who said it first, but to me, 50 said it best, 50 and J. Cole. But if you can make it in New York, if you can make it happen in New York, you can make it happen anywhere. So the fact that people told him from Paris, don't go to New York, it's too tough, it's too difficult, you can't make it. And now he's got like 3. He's
one
him.
of the
He's
colors, the
him.
tools
That's
they
Himothy
use.
right
I
there.
think when you look at different industry, you put yourself out there with your creativity and with your ideas. The entirety of my life, people always tell me this cannot be done, that is too hard. Don't move to New York, it's too hard to work in the fine dining. Don't open your own shop. Don't try something new, just do the classics.
Nothing. I like him and his energy so much. This is a bar right now. I'm so happy I watched this. Like that is 100% the vibe that I love and that I want to be around and the people that I respect and enjoy the most. I love everything about that vibe. Like that, and that's one of my favorite Hove bars from an interview. Like people love to put what they can't do on you. People love to tell you what you can't do because they can't do it.
That's bad advice after bad advice. And I was pushed away all this idea.
He said, "Screw the barista. He got a laser printer. He got a food laser printer. None of that barista bullshit around here."
And this way of thinking, which is
Oh, strawberry jam jar. Okay, so we know what's in it. Strawberry jam. Love that. What's the jar made of? I don't think I heard him say that. I was talking a lot, but I didn't hear him say that.
not me.
We got here early, waited in the rain.
No one does what he does, and just the creation and innovation behind everything he does is great.
There's definitely a degree of like polish and like
Curry
finish
bread.
that I think is different than a lot of other bakeries.
It's not really many places
I love rhubarb.
where
I wouldn't say
they
I
make
love
something
rhubarb.
that
Rhubarb's good,
innovative
though.
and make it that well. So yeah, I'm just excited to check it out.
The idea behind Papa L'Amour was to bring Asian bread culture and the
Now that makes sense. It's based on Asian bread culture. Because as soon as I saw an egg tart, I was like, why is he making Chinese pastries?
French culture as well within one bakery. My wife is from Taiwan. Her kids are half Taiwanese, half French, and of course
It
they're
clicks,
born
the
here, so
pieces
they're
come
also
together.
American. I've spent
So he's French Parisian. His wife is Taiwanese, but they're raising. I love that he's like, but they're growing up here, so they're also American. Bars.
so many years giving people like new experiences within every location I open. I think to have a chance to like show my kids how I connect with the food is very important to me.
I want to know what the kids sound like. Like, is his wife from Taiwan? Taiwan? Is her accent as thick as his? But yeah.
Final days before opening this was stressful. Very little sleep because you worry about everything. You want everything to go well. No matter what happened, how like tense I can be, I see the kids. It's like a sunshine in my heart. Like, hey, I love them so much.
On the menu at Papa D'Amour, we have a tart. Gonna use a little bit of pretzel salt within the vanilla sablé and this nice
Egg tarts are
light
delicious.
custardy cream. And then we're gonna finish it. We're gonna brush it with a little bit of brown butter on top. Crunchy, it's creamy.
But I like
It's
eggs. Not
beautiful
everybody likes
textures
eggs.
that,
Not everybody
you
enjoys
haven't
the
seen
taste
before.
of eggs. I enjoy eggs.
I
I
was
enjoy
inspired
eggs. I
by
enjoy
traveling
quiche. I
to
enjoy egg
Taiwan.
tarts.
This bread that they do for breakfast is scallion bread, and they fluff before they serve it. So I've created this pastry where you have to like kind of crush and break this two texture pastry and eat it with the scallions. One of our signature is also our Tao Puff donut. So it's the inspired by the dim sum.
So first we make a towel mix. There's some starch inside, a little bit of salt, sugar. Can wrap
He
it
is
around the
saying
mochi that was
terror.
previously steamed. So everything is made by hand, one by one. So it's a long, intensive process. So traditionally people use pork lard.
I was just having a conversation about pork lard and lard and tallow, but he had me at taro. He had me at taro, dog. He had me at taro, and then taro and donut. I'm in the door. I'm in the building. He had me at taro.
Because it's a savory dim sum. So we don't do that. We use butter, nice butter actually, and it fries up essentially the butter and the heat of the oil. Everything kind of like fuses through. They take about 1.5 minutes to fry. It's pretty quick. They're fried to order. I actually fried them all myself yesterday and today. We're making 200 today. So they all fry like 2 by 2 in small fryers.
Dope.
Important for me to bake small batches throughout the day. So we
Oh,
don't
that's different
overdo
than
it
what I thought.
and
That's
keep
interesting.
the quality of everything we serve one by one. And we finish this with a little bit of powdered sugar here. So this is like
not sweet at all.
I would still try it.
Dough is
I
like
thought it had
super
frosting,
crispy on
but
the outside. It's like chewy and tender in the center. It works very well. I love this one. So I've had a
I
little
would
bit
try
of
it.
luck with the donut thing, and hopefully, we can come up with something good with this one.
I prefer frosted pastry, but I would
I
try
don't
it.
know. You tell me if it's like Cronut. I don't decide this.
No, no, no. I knew he said taro. Oh, I just got to go back to. I got to go back to the closed caption, not
And
being able to
hopefully,
understand
we can come up with something good with this one. I don't know. You tell me if it's like Cronut.
it. I understand him. I don't know. You tell me if it's the next Cronut. He had me at taro, taro and mochi. I'll cut your body.
I don't decide this. When people
Yeah, that looks delicious on the inside. I will 100% eat a taro mochi donut.
come to Papadamu, I want them to see different cultures through my eyes and my hands. For me, creating is fun. It's life. I don't want to do
He's
the
clever
same
with
thing
it.
forever for like 30 years. No one wants to. We all want to grow. We all want to change. And
Bars.
seeing your business changing and your customers appreciating and coming back for the new person you are every single time it's amazing. You can be part of their life and you can be sharing those experiences with them.
Rockwell Eater. I don't know if you can tell from my smile. I genuinely enjoyed that. I genuinely enjoyed that. I enjoyed his energy, all of that, and that's part of why I love watching things like that. Just like good vibe. Like it really puts me in the zone and the mind state of the energy that I like to embody and that makes me happy and that has carried me through so much of life. I'm really just putting numbers up on the board right now. So this isn't going to be like a full big stream like my longer ones. I'm going to stop here. Thank you to anybody and everybody who tapped in. If you did tap in, I will post this. Clips will be up. But yeah, and I look forward to the next time when I'm like feeling well enough to do a full body stream. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you next time. And I hopefully will be more set up in like my Twitch launch and all of that stuff next time.